الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My beloved ones, inshallah, today we are going to take lesson 16b. We took lesson 16a, so this is lesson 16b. Because these are lengthy masail and it might create confusion, so we have broken them down. The rulings, we have broken them down so that we can understand them properly and practice them. So, starting accounting, a person was not accounting for Khums. Now he is going to start accounting his Khums. Ruling number 1245 and ruling 1246 is about accounting his monthly expenses, monthly income, annual income used from this year, for next year, or for next year, for the past year, and those kind of things. So those are the rulings which you are going to pay attention, okay? Otherwise, your brain will start spark your fuses. Here we go. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. So rule number 1245. إذا كان الشخص لا يحاسب نفسه. If a person was not accounting himself مدة من السنين, for quite years, for years, وقد ربح فيها, he had income, profits, واستفاد أموالا, benefit, wealth, okay, there was income, there was benefit, there was, واشترى منها عيانا, and from those income he purchased objects, things, وأثاثا, furniture, وعمر دورا, built houses, ثم التفت إلى ما يجب عليه, and after that he became aware that it is obligatory upon him to pay, or it was obligatory upon him to pay the khums of the benefits, khums of the profits. يجب عليه إخراج الخمس من هذه الفوائد. So now he realized, oh, there are things I need to pay the khums of it. فالواجب عليه, then it would be obligatory upon him. إخراج الخمس من كل ما اشتراه. Everything you purchase, pay the khums of it. أو عمر بستانا, دارا, whatever you purchase, whatever you built, whatever you planted in your garden or farm, whatever. But we heard that if it was for your living needs, expenses, it's exempt. Oh, wait, let me continue. Don't jump to the horses or one horse. Okay, let me continue the sentence. So everything he purchased, he needs to pay the khums of it. That's general rule. ما لم يكن معدودا من المؤونة, as long as that item was not considered from the needs. Got it now? Yes, because we thought you are going to say everything. I mean, and then other places you said that, say, the Sistani says the needs are exempt. So there were some things which were used for the needs. Say, as long as they were not used for needs, you pay the khums of it. Okay, so this is number one, that it is obligatory upon him to pay the khums from all what he got, as long as it was not used for his living, not considered to be his living needs. For example, he says, مثل الدار الذي لم يتخذ دار السكنة. A house he built houses. So one house was his need. Other houses, he just built it for the future and this and that. والأثاث, the furniture, الذي لا يحتاج إليه, which he does not need it. إليه أمثاله, similar like people like him. Remember the Sayyid Sistani in the beginning, he said that the annual expenses according to the status of living for people like him. If you're a manager, how do the managers live? If you're a regular worker, how do the regular worker live? Everybody is exempt according to the living status of their people like that person in that society. Okay? So in the society you live, people like you, they need to have Toyota Corolla. So if you get like those Yaris and Auris and those kind of things, so there's a, come on, are you conjuice? Are you stingy miser? Like people like him, they buy that car. You got purchase a Dacia or I don't know what they call these cars. Sadu, I don't know. Things which just popped up from Russia and Korea, cheap stuff, okay? And then after that, so you have to pay the khums of what you saved, because you know it's not that that's exempt from you. No, you're supposed to buy it or pay the khums. There's no problem. You want to buy that cheap car, that's fine. But if you buy a car which is suitable for your status, or people similar have similar status like yours, they have it, then that will be exempt from khums. But let's say if the people similar to your status, they have Toyota Corolla, Corona, this and that, basic sedan, and you buy Ferrari or Lamborghini, uh-oh. So you have to pay the khums of extra, because people like you in the community, they don't have this. They don't use it. It's over your needs. It's, you don't need Lamborghini. People like your status, they have Toyota Corolla, Corona, whatsoever Toyota. I don't know how many Toyotas are still continuing or how many are gone. So anyhow, she says the house which is needed, the furniture which is needed, so these are exempt. However, the house not needed, the furniture not needed, the car not needed, the garden not needed, the animal not needed, all these things, they are not exempt from khums, as mentioned previously. He said, a house which he has not taken for his residence, the furniture which he does not need it, people like him do not need it, and the garden and the animal and the car, and so on, as mentioned previously. Good, that is understood. So that is talking about what? You purchase things not for your need. From previous, you're not accounting yourself. We said pay khums of everything you do not need. You purchase and you do not need. وَأَمَّا مَا يَكُونُ مَعْدُودًا مِنَ الْمَؤُونَةِ. As for the needy things, as for the things you needed, your living, for your living, such as furniture, kitchenware, house, first of all, house of residence, مثل دار السكنة, والفراش, furniture or carpet or mattress or bed. Firash has several meaning, and we will say furniture. It's a farsh. Mafrushat. In Persian Gulf, they say mafrushat. That means furniture, shops. Wal awani, kitchenware. Al lazim. These are all if they were needed. Wanahwiya. So if not needed, you have to pay the khums of it. Now, if not needed, now we have 5 sections. Focus with me. Section number 1. فإن كان قد اشتراه من ربح السنة التي قد استعمله فيها لم يجب إخراج خمسة. That is easy and sweet. What is that? If you purchased these needed items, because you are not paying khums before, if you purchase these needed items to use it in the year of income, so you got your income and use it before the end of the year. Okay, so it's normal ruling. This number 1 is normal. That your income, you use from your income things you are going to use it for your needs in your year, this year. Perfect, no problem in it, no khums. وإن كان قد اشتراه من ربح السنة السابقة بأن كان لم يربح في سنة الشراء والاستعمال. He did not earn any income this year. He was jobless. Let's say COVID-19 and he became jobless. He doesn't have any income. But he had income from the past year. Now remember, he's not of those types who used to pay Khums. Now he's going to pay Khums. Okay? So he used last year's saving, unkhomsed, last year's saving to buy this year's furniture. Okay? وإن كان قد اشتراه من ربح السنة السابقة. If he has purchased the furniture which is needed or whatever needed from the income of the past year, بأن لم يربح في سنة الشراء والاستعمال, in a way that he never had any income the year of purchase and the year of usage. أو كان, or no, he purchased. أو كان ربحه لا يزيد على مصاريف اليومية. But he had income, but his income was sufficient for him for food, drink, item, daily expenses would finish his income. His income, daily income, would be done by daily expenses. So there was no extra. So where did you buy this furniture from? That means that money was from your past year, because this year you did not have income, or whatever you had was enough for your day-to-day expenses, food, drink. So where did this furniture come? Where did this house come from? Obviously from the last year's saving, which was unkhomsed. أو كان ربحه لا يزيد على مصاريفه اليومية وجب عليه إخراج خمسه. Then it will become obligatory to pay the khums, obviously, because you used last year's money. Last year you were supposed to pay khums. At the end of the year, you did not pay khums because you did not know, because Allah Ghafur Rahim, may Allah forgive you, that's fine. No hard feelings, no worries, inshallah. But last year money, whatever is remaining, pay the khums of it. And whatever you purchase these items from last year's money, okay, pay the khums of it, because you did not purchase it for last year, you purchased it for this year. Though it's for living expenses, living needs, but it is for this year from last year's money, which was supposed to be khums money. Good. Let's go to number 3. وإن كان قد اشتراه من ربح كلتا السنتين. Okay. بأن كان في سنة الشراء، بأن كان ربحه في سنة الشراء يزيد على مصاريفه اليومية، لكن الزيادة أقل من الثمن الذي اشتراه، وجب عليه إخراج خمس التفاوت، مقدار التفاوت. So now combine money. This year you have income, last year you had income, you have to buy a car, which is like a hefty amount. So you will need to use last year's money and khums this year money. So whatever you use this year's money, exempt, because you're going to use the car this year, or house or furniture whatsoever, okay? But whatever you use last year's money, pay the khums of. So let's say car was 20,000 euro, 10,000 euro you use from this year, it's okay. 10,000 from past year, that you need to pay the khums of it. So the difference, you will pay the difference of the khums, okay? So he says, بأن كان ربحه في سنة الشراء, the year of purchase, يزيد على مصاريف اليومية. It was extra, like daily expenses, daily income, daily expenses. Number 2, daily expenses are equal to daily income. So there's nothing left. So you use last year's money. Now here, you have little extra, but not too extra enough to buy a car, okay? You have a little bit extra. So let's say you have a little bit extra. He's going to give us an example, inshallah, with numbers. So let's just understand the ruling. So a little bit extra, that means you not enough to buy a car. What does that mean? That means you use last year money. Okay, so whatever is difference, increase here from your daily expenses and daily income and expenses, whatever exceeds, that would have been the money for the car. And the remaining was from last year. So only that amount is exempt. You don't have to pay the khums of it. For example, he says, مثلا إذا عمر دار سكناه. If you build this house with 1,000 dinar, ب1000 دينار, 1000 euro, let's say. وكان ربحه في سنة التعمير, which the year of construction, and staying. So the year of construction, his income يزيد على مصاريف اليومية, was over his living expenses, daily living expenses, بمقدار 200 dinar. In total annual, he would have 200 euros extra. So if it was equal, we said, then that's it. You use all the money from last year. But if you had this year excessive savings, but it was not enough to buy a car of like 10,000 euro or 20,000 euro, for example. So now, like here, 1,000 euros house. You did construction, you did build whatsoever. So 1,000 euro. So you had income, and you had daily expenses. So income expense, go. But there was a saving. That saving was about 200 euro. وكان ربحه في سنة التعمير يزيد على مصاريفه بمقدار 200 dinar, 200 euro. So 200 euro is extra. What does that mean? That means this year you used 200 from the money of this year, because that's the only saving you had beside after the daily income. So what does that mean? That means 800 was from the past year. وجب إخراج خمس 800 dinar. Then it would be obligatory to pay the khums of 800 dinar. Why? Because that was from the last year. وكذا إذا اشترى أثاثا ب100 dinar. Similar ruling will be applied if he purchased furniture for 100 dinar. واستعمله في مؤونته, and used it for his living needs in this year. وكان قد ربح زائدا على مصاريفه اليومية 10 دنانير. Okay, so how much did he purchase the furniture for? 100 dinar. 100 dinar. We need to know how much was this year, how much was from past year. So this year exempt. Past year, no, I didn't need to pay. So he says daily expenses, daily income, daily expenses are equal. We said everything is from the past. But he says no, there was an excessive of 10 euro saving at the end of the year. So 10 euro was saving. What does that mean? That means out of 100 euro, 10 euro is only exempt because it's the saving of the year of the residence, year of the living, year of the so in this case, furniture, use, year of the use, purchase and use. واستعمله في مؤونته, he used it for his living. وكان قد ربح زائدا على مصاريفه اليومية, expenses, living expenses, income, 10 euro extra, 10 دنانير في تلك السنة, in that year of purchase and year of usage. وجب تخميس 90. What does that mean? That means 90 dinar were from last year. Scenario number 4. وإذا لم يعلم, now that he knows that he used from the past year, but he doesn't know, so he's going to check like that. Now here he doesn't know at all. وإذا لم يعلم أن الأعيان التي اشتراها واستعملها في مؤونته يساوي ثمنها ربحه في سنة الاستعمال، أو أنه أقل منه، أو أنه لم يربح في تلك السنة زائدا على مصاريف اليومية، فالأحوط لزوما المصالحة مع الحاكم الشرعي بنسبة الاحتمال. Understood? No. So I'm going to explain this in English. So he does not know how much excessive was his. Was it equal? Remember, there was a scenario equal. So last year's money was used. If it was enough that he used this year, then no khums, because this year's income was enough to the car purchased. Let's take one example. Purchased car for 20,000 euro. So first scenario was, you know, it is from the year, the income was of the 20,000 of this year, and I purchased from this year and I need it. No khums, exempt. Second, we said that second scenario, that he did not have any income this year, or he had, but income was equal to daily expenses, food, bread, butter, honey, money, whatsoever. You see, so that was equal. So obviously it was from last year. Scenario number three, he knows that there was excessive on his daily expenses. The annual income was more than his daily expenses amount, like for example 5,000 euro. So that means the car he purchased for 10,000 euro, 5,000 were from this year, no khums, 5,000 were from last year khums. Now what if he does not know, this is the scenario 4, he doesn't know, was there excessive, was it below, was there equal, doesn't know anything. We say go and consult with the religious authority, okay, with the fractions, probable fractions, بنسبة الاحتمال, because probably it may be this much extra. وإذا لم يعلم, if he did not know, أن الأعيان التي اشتراها, that the items which he has purchased, واستعملها, and used it in his living, in his needs livings, في مؤونته يساوي ثمنها ربحي في سنته, was the item equal ثمنها ربحه في سنة الاستعمال, was it he had income this year, and the 10,000 euro. So 10,000 euro was his income, 10,000 euro this year he purchased the car. So then there are no khums. Or أنه أقل, he did not have any income. أو أنه he had little income. أو أنه أقل منه. أو أنه لم يربح, or he did not have any income. All these scenarios we mentioned, 3. Here, the guy is doubting. I don't know which scenario falls on me. So he said, try to make some probabilities, okay, and go to the religious authority. On the basis of obligatory precaution, consult with the religious authority, reconciliation, and in the probable differences, probable ratio of the differences. Last, وإذا علم أنه لم يربح في بعض السنين بمقدار مصارفه وأنه كان يصرف من أرباح سنة سابقة وجب إخراج خمس مصارفه التي صرفها في أرباح السنة السابقة من أرباح السنة السابقة. And this is a repetition with a little bit tweaking in it, that if he knows that he did not earn in some years, there was no income in it, because he's accounting himself from the past years. He did not know that there are like some of the years, were there any income, were there not any income, okay, في بعض السنين بمقدار مصارفه. So he knows that he did not earn enough in some of the years which he had purchased items for his needs. So where did that money come from? It came from previous years. Okay, same like that, but that was 1 year. This is several years. So he had several years where he did not have income, and he was living properly. He was using money for his living needs. Where did he get the money? So he was spending from the previous years. Okay, so then you have to pay the khums of those expenses. And now lam yarbah, he knows for sure there were some years like 2000 this, 2000 that, 2000 I never got any income. So where did you bring the money to spend on your family and life and house? He did not earn enough for his living expenses. مقدار مصاريفه وأنه كان يصرف من أرباح السنة السابقة, and he used to spend from the previous years. وجب إخراج خمسه مصاريفه, then it will become obligatory to pay the khums of all his expenses which he spent from the previous year's expense, previous year's savings. Okay, previous year's savings and income, he need to pay the khums of whatever was used in the next years. Okay, and that is all for today. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. Inshallah, tomorrow's lesson is very important. That is our practical. Now, I have to pay the khums of this bottle. I can't cut it. So what will I do? I'll have to pay 25%, not 20%. How is that? This 20% is too much khums. And now you're going to make the khums 25%? What are you guys making new religion? No. Wait until you get the hang of the lecture or next coming lecture, inshallah, tomorrow's lecture. So just wait. Inna Allah ma'as-sabirin. But you will then be convinced, yeah, oh yeah, I have to pay 25% and not 20% for things which I cannot cut it. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We will see you tomorrow, inshallah.
Allahumma salli ala